She thought he was a poor man who lost everything in a fire. She never knew he owned the kind of wealth people fight and die for. If you believe kindness can still change a person's life, please like this video and subscribe for more emotional stories. The news spread before evening. By night, almost everybody had heard the name of the child. Angel Madu. She was only 5 years old. She was the only daughter of Chuka Madu, the rich owner of Madu Urban Projects. Chuka was known for building expensive estates and big houses for wealthy people. His name carried power. When people heard it, they thought of money, land, and influence. But that night, nobody was talking about his buildings. They were talking about his daughter, who had drowned in the family swimming pool. On television, a female reporter stood in front of the gate of Chuka's estate. Her face was serious. "Little Angel Madu was found dead in the family pool yesterday evening," she said. "Many Nigerians are asking questions about child safety in wealthy homes. Some people believe this was an accident. Others are blaming the parents." The screen changed to people talking on the street. One woman shook her head. "These rich people are always chasing money. They leave children for house helps and drivers. See what has happened now." Another man said, "No child should die like that. Somebody must answer." In Chuka's house, the curtains were closed. The sitting room was full of people speaking in low voices. Happene Madu sat on the sofa with her head bent. She was Chuka's wife. She was beautiful, fair, and always carefully dressed. But that evening, her hair was loose, her face was tired, and her eyes were swollen from crying. Her mother, Mama Ife, sat beside her holding her hand. Two of Ife's close friends, Tonya and Bimbo, stood near the window. They looked angry, like people who already knew who to blame. "He has run away," Ife said, her voice shaking. "Chuka has run away." Mama Ife gasped, as if she was hearing it for the first time, even though Ife had already told her. "What do you mean he has run away?" Tonya asked. Ife wiped her eyes. "I woke up this morning and he was gone. He left a note saying I should not look for him. He did not take his car. He did not take his phone. His laptop is here. Even his passport is in the drawer." Bimbo covered her mouth. "So where did he go?" "I don't know," Ife said. "I called his office. They said he told Peter, his assistant, to keep everything running until he returns. He did not say when." Mama Ife pulled her daughter close. "My child, don't cry. We will find him." Ife looked up slowly. Her grief changed into anger.
"Chuka killed my baby."
The room became silent. Tonya stared at her. "Ife, he killed her," Ife repeated. "And when he knew I would speak, he ran." Bimbo came closer. "Are you sure?" Ife's eyes became hard. "You think I will lie with my dead child?" "No, no," Bimbo said quickly. "That is not what I mean." Ife began to cry again, but there was something controlled about it. She cried like someone who knew people were watching. "He has been doing many things to me in this marriage," she said. "I kept quiet because of Angel. Now Angel is gone." Tonya touched her shoulder. "Then you must speak. The whole world must know." Mama Ife nodded. "Yes. A man cannot destroy his family and hide behind money." Ife looked at the framed family picture on the wall. Chuka was holding Angel in the picture. Angel was smiling, her small arms around his neck. For a moment, Ife's face tightened. Then she looked away. Outside, reporters gathered near the estate gate. Online,
Little
people
Angel
were
Madu
already
was found
judging
dead in the
Chuka.
family pool yesterday
Some
evening.
called him careless. Some called him wicked. Some said he had used his child for money. And somewhere far away, the man they were all talking about sat alone in a bus, wearing simple clothes with a small bag beside him. Chuka Madu did not look like a billionaire that day. He looked like a man running from his own life. Chuka did not know exactly where he was going. He only knew he wanted silence. For days, he had not slept well. Any time he closed his eyes, he saw Angel's small face. He heard her voice calling him Daddy. He saw the water. He saw people's faces looking at him like he was a monster. He could not breathe in his own house. So he left. Years ago, an old friend named Jacob had invited him to visit his farm if city life ever became too much. Chuka remembered only the sound of the village name. He did not remember it well. That was how he entered the wrong place. By the time the bus dropped him, evening was already coming. The road was dusty, small shops were closing, women carried baskets on their heads. Men sat under trees, talking. Chuka walked to a woman selling roasted corn.
Good evening, Ma.
Good evening, my
Please, I am
son.
looking for Jacob. He owns OJ Farms. The woman looked at him. Jacob? Yes, Jacob Okafor. She shook her head. I don't know anybody like that here. Chuka frowned. Are you sure this is the village near the big farm road? This is not the place you are talking about, she said. Maybe you missed your way. Chuka's heart sank. He asked 2 more people. Nobody knew Jacob. Darkness came quickly. He stood beside the road, tired and confused. He had no phone. He had no contact. He had little cash. For the first time in many years, Chuka Madu had no control over anything. As he stood there, an older man came out from a narrow path. He was thin, with grey hair and tired eyes. His clothes were clean but old. He carried a small stick, and when he saw Chuka, he stopped. His lips opened. Kelechi, the man whispered. Chuka turned. The old man dropped his stick and rushed toward him.
Kelechi? My son! You came back! Sir, I think you are mistaking me for someone else.
Papa, this is not
Kelechi
Kelechi.
saying back, please.
Please go home.
Chuka stood stiff, confused. Sir, I think you are mistaking me for someone else. But the man did not listen. He held Chuka's face with trembling hands. You look tired. Come home. Your sister will cook. Come, my son. People nearby watched but did not interfere. Some only shook their heads and walked away. A young woman hurried from the direction of the small houses. She was carrying a basket, and when she saw the old man holding Chuka, her face changed. Papa, she called. The man looked back. Veronica, see your brother. Kelechi has come back. The young woman stopped in front of them, breathing hard. She looked at Chuka with surprise and embarrassment. I am sorry, she said quickly. My father is not well sometimes. He forgets. Chuka nodded slowly. It is okay. She turned to her father. Papa, this is not Kelechi. The old man frowned. Why are you saying that? Can't you see him? Papa, please, she said softly. Let us go home. The man shook his head. I will not leave my son outside. Chuka felt a pain in his chest. He did not know this man, but he knew grief when he saw it. I can walk with you, Chuka said quietly. Veronica looked at him. You don't have to. It is fine, he said. The old man smiled like a child. My son has come home, he said. Veronica did not smile. Her eyes were careful. On the way, she spoke to Chuka in a low voice.
What are you doing here?
I came to find a friend,
A friend?
but I think I entered the wrong village.
I honestly don't know anymore.
He told her the name he remembered. She shook her head. That one is another village. You cannot get a bike there tonight. Chuka looked around. Is there anywhere I can sleep? Veronica hesitated. My father will not allow you to leave now, she said, but you cannot stay long. Tomorrow morning you must go before he wakes up fully. Chuka nodded. I understand. They reached a small house with a zinc roof and cracked walls. It was poor, but it was neat. There was a small cooking area outside and a wooden bench near the entrance. The old man entered happily, calling Chuka Kelechi again and again. Veronica stood at the doorway. My name is Veronica Okoro, she said. That is my father, Papa Okoro. Whatever he says tonight, don't take it seriously. Chuka looked at her. My name is Chris. It was the first lie he told her. Veronica nodded, but her eyes searched his face. Chris, she repeated, sleep tonight. Tomorrow you leave.
My
Chuka
son
meant
has
to
come
leave
home!
early, but for the first time in many nights, he slept deeply. When he opened his eyes, sunlight was already inside the room. He sat up quickly and remembered where he was. The room was small. There was an old mat on the floor, a wooden table, and a picture frame covered with dust. The picture showed a teenage boy smiling beside Veronica and Papa Okoro. That must have been Kelechi. Chuka stood and picked up his bag. Before he could reach the door, Papa Okoro entered with a wide smile.
My son, you are awake. Come and eat. Papa, leave him. He's going.
Chuka froze. Veronica rushed in behind him. Papa, leave him. He is going. The smile left Papa Okoro's face. Going where? Veronica swallowed. Papa. The old man became restless. No, he just came back. He cannot go again. Chuka saw fear in Veronica's eyes, not fear of her father, but fear for him. "Sir," Chuka said gently, "I will eat first." Papa Okoro smiled again. "Good, my son." Veronica glared at Chuka, but she said nothing. After breakfast, she followed him outside. "I told you to leave before he woke up," she said. "I am sorry, I overslept." "Sorry will not help me when he starts looking for you tomorrow." Chuka held his bag. "I will go now." "Good." He started walking, but after some steps he stopped. He had nowhere to go. The friend he came to find was not there. His own life was waiting for him like a fire. Veronica noticed he had stopped. "What now?" Chuka turned back slowly. "Please, let me stay for a few days." Her eyes widened. "Stay where?" "Here." "No. I will work. I can help with anything." She laughed without joy. You look like someone who has never carried firewood in his life." "I can learn." "You cannot stay here," she said firmly. "I don't know you." "I know. My father thinks you are his dead son." "I know. So what happens when you leave? You will go back to your life. I will be the one to hold him when he starts crying again." Chuka lowered his eyes. "I am sorry," he said. "I only need a little time. I have no home to return to." Veronica became quiet. He continued, "I had a shop. Fire destroyed everything. I came to look for my friend to see if he could help me start again." The lie came out smoothly, but it hurt him. He was not used to begging with a false story. Veronica looked at him for a long moment. "Your friend's farm moved after the flood," she said. "People here know that. You would have known if you were really close." Chuka said nothing. Her face hardened. "You are hiding something." "Yes," he said quietly, "but I am not here to hurt you." Veronica looked toward the house. Her father was inside, singing softly. "He has not sung like that in years," she said. Chuka followed her gaze. "Please," he said, "just a few days." Veronica closed her eyes for a moment, then opened them. "You will help me work," she said. "You will not bring trouble to this house. And when I tell you to go, you will go." "I agree. And stop letting my father call you Kelechi too much. It is not good." Chuka nodded. From that day, Chuka stayed. The villagers noticed him immediately. When Veronica went to sell vegetables, women stared at him. Some laughed behind their hands. Some men asked where she found such a fine stranger. One man named Kenny blocked her path near the market.
Veronica, you look tired. You need a strong man in your life. Who is this one?
A helper.
Even cursed people now have helpers?
Chuka's face changed. Veronica held his arm lightly. "Leave it." She walked away fast. Chuka followed her. "Why did you let him speak to you like that?" "Because if I answer everybody, I will not have time to live." That sentence stayed with Chuka for the rest of the day. Life in Veronica's house was simple, but it was not easy. She woke up before sunrise. She swept the compound, cooked for her father, washed clothes, prepared vegetables, and carried goods to sell. Chuka helped where he could, though he was clumsy at first. He could not light fire. He did not know how to balance a basin on his head. He held a cutlass like a man afraid of offending it. Veronica laughed at him once, then quickly covered her mouth. Chuka smiled. "So you can laugh." She looked away. "I laugh when something is funny." "Good, I will continue being useless then." That made her laugh again. Slowly the house became less heavy. One evening Chuka found Veronica behind the house, pressing oil from palm kernels. Her hands were tired, but she kept working.
You should rest.
Rest does not feed anybody.
He sat near her. "What are you making?" "Oil. For our hair and skin." "That explains it." She looked at him. "Explains what?" "Why your skin looks like sunlight." Veronica stopped working. Chuka quickly looked away. "I am sorry. I did not mean to make you uncomfortable." She looked down, shy and surprised. "It is only my father that says things like that to me," she said. "Then people here are blind." She shook her head. "People here only see what they want to see." Chuka became quiet. After a while, he asked, "Why do they treat you badly?" Veronica's hands slowed. "You saw the picture in the room?" "The boy?" "My brother, Kelechi." Chuka nodded. "He died when he was 15, she said. "My father took him to the farm that day. The farm was close to the stream. They heard a boy shouting for help in the water. My father ran, but he fell and injured his leg. Kelechi knew how to swim because Papa had been teaching him, so he ran into the stream. Her voice became low. He did not come back alive. The boy he tried to save also died. Chuka felt his chest tighten. "I am sorry," he said. Veronica nodded. "My father has blamed himself since that day. He says if he had not fallen, Kelechi would still be alive. The village people made it worse. They said our family carries death. Because your brother died saving someone. My mother died giving birth to me. Then my brother died. Then Papa became sick in the mind. So they said it was a curse." Chuka looked angry. "That is wicked. It is what they believe. It is wrong." Veronica's eyes became wet, but she did not cry. "My brother was not cursed," she said. "He was brave." "He was a hero," Chuka said. She looked at him quickly. Nobody had said it to her like that before. A small silence settled between them. Then Veronica wiped her hands on a cloth. "Thank you," Chuka nodded. That night, Papa Okoro sat outside and sang an old song. He called Chuka Kelechi again, but Veronica did not correct him immediately. She only watched her father smile. For once, the pain in her face softened. But far away, Chuka's real life was getting worse. Chuka Madu chose the right day to speak. She wore a simple black dress. Her makeup was light. She looked like a woman destroyed by sorrow. The interview was recorded in a quiet sitting room. Her mother sat beside her holding tissue. Tonya and Bimbo were close, ready to comfort her when the tears came. The interviewer spoke gently.
Mrs. Madu, why have you decided to speak now?
Because silence has protected the wrong person for too long. Almod had a perfect marriage.
The interviewer waited. Efe lowered her head. "A lot of people think I had a perfect marriage because my husband is rich. But I was married to a monster." Mama Efe touched her back. Efe continued, "I suffered abuse, anger, neglect, and fear. I kept quiet because of my daughter. I wanted her to have a home." She paused and cried. "That day I had a terrible migraine. I was weak. Chuka came back with Angel and became angry because food was not ready. He shouted. He attacked me. I was bleeding. I could not even stand." The interviewer looked shocked. Efe wiped her face. Angel went outside. "I tried to call her, but I was weak. When I woke up, my baby was in the pool." Mama Efe began to cry loudly. Efe looked into the camera. "Chuka neglected her. He caused her death. And when he knew I would no longer keep quiet, he ran away." The clip went viral. People became furious. Blogs used Chuka's picture with harsh headlines. Some people said he must be arrested. Others said rich men always escape justice. At Chuka's office, Peter watched the interview with fear in his eyes. Peter was Chuka's assistant, a calm man who had worked with him for years. He knew Chuka was not perfect, but he also knew Chuka loved Angel more than anything. He tried calling Chuka again, forgetting that his phone was at home. No answer. Barrister Akin, Chuka's lawyer, called Peter immediately. "Find him," the lawyer said. "If he does not return soon, this story will bury him." Peter rubbed his forehead. "Sir, he left no trace." "Then create one," Barrister Akin said. "Ask drivers, ask old friends, check anything. We are running out of time." While the city searched for Chuka, Efe sat with her mother and smiled for the first time in days. "People believe you," Mama Efe said. Efe leaned back. "Good." Tonya looked unsure. "Efe, are you sure this will not become too much?" Efe's face hardened. "Too much? My daughter is dead, my marriage is over, and that man thought he could leave me with nothing." Mama Efe nodded. "You must collect what belongs to you." Efe looked at the television where Chuka's face was being shown again. "He will come out," she said, "and when he does, he will pay." Chuka did not know that Efe had spoken. In Veronica's village, there was no television in her house, and Chuka had no phone. For the first time in years, the world could not reach him. He spent his days working with Veronica. At first, the market women refused to buy her pumpkin leaves because they disliked her. Some said her goods brought bad luck. Others priced everything too low just to insult her. Chuka watched quietly. On the way home, he said, "Try something tomorrow." "What?" "Don't sell the pumpkin separately. Tie it with the other vegetables. Anyone who buys one must take the pumpkin too. Veronica frowned. You want them to hate me more? No, make it look like a special offer. She looked at him like he was joking. In this village? Try. The next day it worked. By afternoon, Veronica's basket was empty.
I sold everything.
She stared at it as if it had performed a miracle.
Sold everything.
Chuka smiled. I told you. She tried not to smile, but she failed. You city people have tricks. No, we call it business. She laughed. That laugh became one of the things Chuka started waiting for. They fetched water together. He spilled some on his clothes while trying to carry it. Veronica shook her head. Leave it. This one is not for you. I can manage. You cannot even put it on your head. I am preserving my head for thinking. She laughed again. At the stream, she became quiet sometimes. Chuka understood why. Water had taken her brother. Water had taken his daughter too. One day he saw her watching him closely. What? He asked. Sometimes you look like you are carrying something heavy inside. He looked away. Everybody is carrying something. That one is true. They walked back slowly. Later that evening, Papa Okoro became upset when he heard Chuka had gone to the stream. He shouted and pushed things aside. His eyes were full of fear. Veronica held him and kept saying, Papa, nobody died. He came back. See him. Chuka stood helpless. After Papa Okoro slept, Veronica sat outside and cried quietly. He is not mad, she said before Chuka could speak. He is only afraid. He thinks the stream will take everybody. I understand, Chuka said. No, you don't. Her voice broke. People say I should take him to the city. But what if they lock him away? He is the only family I have. Chuka sat beside her. He needs a doctor, he said. Not shame, not chains, a doctor. I don't have money. I have some savings, he said. I can help. She looked at him. You would do that? Yes. Why? Chuka did not answer immediately. Because helping her father felt like helping a part of himself. Because grief had entered both their homes through water. Because Veronica had treated him like a human being when the world saw him as a monster. Instead, he only said, because you are my friend. Veronica's eyes filled again. I don't have friends, she said. You are my first. Chuka looked at her, and something in his heart moved. After that night, things changed between them. Nothing was said, but both of them knew. Veronica became softer around Chuka. She still spoke sharply when he annoyed her, but her eyes gave her away. Chuka also changed. He watched her too much. He listened when she spoke. He noticed when she was tired. He smiled when she entered a room. Papa Okoro loved having him around. Some days he called him Kalechi. Some days he called him Chris. Some days he only sat beside him in silence, as if his heart was resting. One evening, young people in the village gathered for music and dancing. Veronica stayed near the house, pretending she did not care. Chuka stood beside her. Do you want to go? She shook her head.
Those people don't want me there.
That was not my question. Do you want to go?
Since you came here, I wake up happy. That is what people say when they want to leave.
Veronica looked toward the sound of drums. Her face softened. When my brother was alive, we used to watch from far, she said. Sometimes we danced here, where nobody would see us. Show me. She laughed nervously. You? Yes. You cannot even carry water. I can dance badly with confidence. That made her smile, so she showed him. At first, she moved shyly. Then the music grew louder from the distance, and she forgot herself for a little while. She danced under the moonlight, simple and free. Chuka watched her like he was seeing light after a long darkness. When she stopped, she became shy again. Why are you looking at me like that? Because you are beautiful. She turned away quickly. Don't say things like that if you don't mean them. I mean it. Her face changed. Chris, she said softly, since you came here, I wake up happy. I want to cook. I want to go to the stream. I even want to sell in the market. Before, I was only living because my father needed me. Chuka's throat tightened. Veronica. She stepped closer. Sometimes I see you in my dreams. He looked away. That small movement hurt her. Her eyes became wet. Why did you do that? Do what? Make me feel like you like me, then look away like I am not good enough? No, he said quickly, that is not it. Is it because I am local? Because I live in this kind of house? Because people call my family cursed? No, Veronica, listen to me. She shook her head. I should have known. Men like you don't stay with women like me. Chuka held her hand gently. When I am with you, I feel at home, he said. You are kind. You are strong. You are the most honest person I have met in a long time. Then what is the problem? He closed his eyes. His daughter's face came back to him. Effe's voice, the pool, the lies waiting for him. I am fighting things you don't know about, he said. I came here broken. I cannot drag you into my mess. I can fight with you. No. Why? Because I care about you. Veronica pulled her hand away. That is what people say when they want to leave. Chuka had no answer. She wiped her eyes angrily. Good night. She went inside. Chuka stood there for a long time. That night, he did not sleep. By morning, Veronica came out with a basket, avoiding his eyes. Chuka stood in front of her. I couldn't sleep, he said. She tried to pass. That is not my business. The thought of losing you scared me. She stopped. He continued, I want you, but I want to come to you as a whole man, not like this. Veronica looked at him. What does that mean? It means I need time. Time for what? To face what I ran from. She studied his face. You are still hiding something. Yes, he said. Her eyes grew sad. But I am not playing with your heart, he added. I promise. Veronica looked away. Do not promise what you cannot do, she said. Before Chuka could answer, they heard footsteps. A man in clean clothes was walking quickly toward the house. He looked tired, worried and relieved at the same time. Chuka froze. It was Peter, his assistant. Peter stopped when he saw him.
Sir,
Sir?
please, not here.
Veronica looked from Peter to Chuka. Sir? She repeated. Chuka's heart dropped. The life he ran from had finally found him. Peter stood in front of the small house, breathing hard. His shirt was dusty. His face showed that he had traveled for hours without rest. Sir, he said again, almost in a whisper. Veronica looked at Chuka.
Why is he calling you sir?
Chuka could not answer fast enough. Peter looked at Veronica, then back at Chuka. He understood at once that the people here did not know the truth. Please, Chuka said quietly, not here. Veronica stepped back. Not here, she repeated. So there is something. Papa Okoro came out of the house smiling. He saw Peter and frowned. Who is this man? Has he come to take my son? No, Papa, Veronica said, though her voice was shaking. Peter looked at Chuka with worry. Sir, we need to talk. It is urgent. Chuka led him a short distance away from the house. What are you doing here? Chuka asked. I have been searching everywhere, Peter said. I went through your old contacts. I found the name of the farm friend you once mentioned. From there, I traced you. Chuka rubbed his face. What happened? Peter swallowed.
Madam Efe has gone public. What happened? She said you abused her. She said you neglected Angel. She said you ran because you killed your daughter. She what? Barrister Atkins, stay in town and come back immediately.
Chuka's eyes filled with pain and anger. She said what? Sir, the whole country is talking. Barrister Akin said you must come back now. The company is shaking. The board is worried. People are calling for your arrest. For a moment, Chuka could not speak. All the noise he had escaped had found him. He looked back at Veronica's house. Veronica was standing outside watching him. Her face was full of hurt and questions. Chuka knew he should walk back and tell her everything. But fear held him. He had seen peace in her eyes. He had rested in her kindness. He did not want her to look at him the way the world was already looking at him. Give me a few minutes, he told Peter. He entered the room where he had slept for weeks. He picked up the small bag he came with. Then he saw Veronica's palm oil bottle on the table. Beside it was one of Papa Okoro's old shirts, neatly folded. His heart became heavy. He sat down and wrote a letter. He told Veronica he was sorry for leaving without facing her. He told her that he had not come to hurt her. He said he had many things to explain, but things had become dangerous. He wrote down the address of a hospital where Papa Okoro could see a good doctor. He wrote the name of the doctor, Dr. Uche, and promised that the bill would be paid. Then he placed money inside the letter. When he came out, Veronica was not there. She had gone behind the house to wash plates, trying to hide her tears. Chuka stood for a moment, wanting to call her. Peter touched his arm. "Sir, we have to go." Chuka entered the car Peter had brought. As they drove away, Papa Okoro ran after the car, shouting,
Kelechi! My son! Don't go!
Veronica came out too late. She saw only dust on the road. Inside the room, she found the letter on the table. She read it once, then again. By the third time, tears had covered her face. Papa Okoro stood by the door, confused and afraid. "Where is my son?" he asked. Veronica wiped her face.
He left, Papa.
Okoro began to cry like a child. Veronica held him, but her own heart was breaking. That night, she sat outside with the letter in her hand. She looked at the hospital address, then she looked at the road Chuka had taken. "No," she whispered, "you will not leave me with only a letter." She decided that she would find him, and this time he would explain everything to her face. Chuka returned to a world that had already judged him. Peter took him to a private apartment, away from reporters and angry people online. Barrister Happene arrived that evening. Happene was a calm man in his 40s. He had handled Chuka's legal matters for years. He was not the type to panic, but that day his face was serious. "You disappeared at the worst time," Happene said. Chuka sat on the sofa, tired. "I know. No, I don't think you do. Your wife has painted you as an abusive husband and a careless father. People believe her because you ran. I did not run because I was guilty." "Then why did you run?" Chuka looked down. "Because I could not breathe." Happene sat opposite him. "Tell me exactly what happened that day. No hiding, no softening it." Chuka was silent for a while. Then he began. "My marriage to Efe was arranged by our families," he said. "At that time I was tired of failed relationships. I thought maybe the old way would work." He gave a bitter smile. It did not. From the first week I knew something was wrong. She loved parties, drinking, attention, and expensive friends. She wanted access to my company. I refused. I told her I could fund a fashion business for her, but she wanted power. Happene listened without interrupting. When Angel was born, I thought Efe would change. For a short time she tried. Then she went back to her old life. Angel became my world. I took her to school. I picked her up. I fed her. I knew her favorite songs. I knew when she was afraid. His voice shook. That day I picked Angel from school and came home. Efe was in the sitting room. I saw something on her phone. A message from a man. I asked her who he was. Happene leaned forward. "What did she say?" She denied it. Then she started shouting. She said I had no right to question her because I hardly touched her. She said I cared more about the company than my marriage. "Did you hit her?" Chuka's eyes hardened. "No, I wanted to shout. I wanted to break something, but I did not touch her." "What about Angel?" "She was there," Chuka whispered. "She begged us not to fight. I told her to go inside. Then Efe said something that made me so angry. I stormed out." He covered his face. "I thought Angel had gone back inside. I thought she was with her mother. I drove out. I just wanted to cool my head. And then, when I came back, there were people everywhere. Angel was in the pool. They said she had been under the water too long." The room became quiet. Happene's voice softened. "Chuka, why did you wipe the CCTV?" Chuka looked up slowly. "Because I saw myself shouting. I saw Angel crying. I saw myself walking away. I thought the world would say I killed her by leaving. I panicked." Happene sighed. "That decision made everything worse." "I know. Are you hiding anything else?" Chuka hesitated. Happene noticed it. "Chuka, I have told you what matters," Chuka said. Happene did not look satisfied, but he let it go. "We will release a statement," he said. "You will deny the allegations. You will cooperate with authorities. No interviews, no social media, no public movement." Chuka nodded, but his mind was not there. It was with Veronica. He wondered if she had read his letter. He wondered if she hated him now. Veronica did not know how to move around the city, but she was not a weak woman. She took Papa Okoro to the hospital first. Dr. Uche was a kind psychiatrist in his 50s. He listened to Veronica carefully and examined Papa Okoro with patience. He is not mad, Dr. Uche told her. He has been carrying trauma for many years. He needs treatment, care, and time. Veronica cried when she heard that. For years, people had treated her father like he was useless. Now one doctor was telling her there was hope. After settling Papa Okoro at the hospital for some tests, Veronica used the details she found in Chuka's letter to trace his company. From there, after asking many questions, she found his house. She arrived with Papa Okoro 2 days later, after he was discharged for a short break. He insisted on coming with her. The gate was tall, the compound was large, everything looked too expensive for the simple man she knew as Chris. Veronica felt small, but she refused to turn back. A security man at the gate looked at her with doubt.
Who are you looking for?
Chris.
Chris who? You mean Mr. Madu?
Veronica brought out the small
Mr.
picture
what?
she had taken with Chuka in the village. This man. The security man's face changed. You mean Mr. Madu? Veronica's heart dropped. Mr. what? Before the man could answer, a woman's voice came from behind. Let them in. Veronica turned. F.A. Madu stood near the entrance, dressed in a simple but expensive gown. She looked calm, but her eyes were sharp. Veronica did not know her. Good afternoon, Ma, Veronica said. Please, we are looking for this man. F.A. looked at the picture, her mouth curved slightly. How do you know him? He stayed with us in the village, Veronica said honestly. He said he lost everything in a fire. He became our friend. Then he left without telling us. F.A.'s eyes brightened with interest. Really? Yes, Ma. We came to find him. F.A. stepped aside. Come in and wait. I will call him. Veronica thanked her and led Papa Okoro inside. Papa Okoro looked around the big sitting room with wonder. This house is too big, he whispered. F.A. offered them drinks, but Veronica refused politely. Then F.A. took her phone. Let me send him your picture, she said, so he will know you are here. Veronica nodded, not knowing she had entered a trap. F.A. took a picture of Veronica and Papa Okoro and sent it to Chuka. Then she typed a message. Your village mistress is here. You have 20 minutes before I send everything to the media. Chuka arrived fast. The moment he entered, Veronica stood up. Her eyes were full of pain. Chris, she said. F.A. laughed softly. Chris.
Chris, that is what he told you? This man is not Chris. He is Chuka Madu, my husband.
Husband?
The room became silent. Veronica's face lost color. Papa Okoro looked confused. Husband? F.A. faced Veronica fully. You poor thing, she said. You really thought a man like this would leave me for you? Chuka's voice was low. F.A. stop. But F.A. continued. He used you because he needed somewhere to hide. That is all. Look at him. Look at you. In what world does this make sense? Veronica stepped back as if someone had slapped her. Chuka moved toward her. Veronica, let me explain. She lifted her hand. Don't touch me. F.A. smiled. You should also know that you and your father can be dragged into this. You hid a man accused of killing his daughter. Veronica turned to F.A., her pain turning into fire. Madam, I don't know what is wrong with you, she said, her voice shaking. But do not put your wickedness on me and my father. We helped a stranger. That is all. F.A.'s smile faded. Veronica faced Chuka. You have 20 minutes. Say whatever you want to say. Chuka took Veronica to a quiet room in the house. Papa Okoro stayed in the sitting room with Peter, who had arrived with Chuka. Veronica stood near the door. She did not sit.
Talk.
My name is Chuka Madu. I own Madu Urban Projects. Angel was my daughter.
You told me you lost every Messiah.
I know.
Were you married when you told me I was beautiful?
Veronica looked away, swallowing her pain. I did not tell you because when I met you, I was running from everything. My daughter had just died. My wife was blaming me. The whole world was blaming me. I could not think. You told me you lost everything in fire. I know. You lied. Yes. Her eyes filled with tears. Were you married when you were telling me I was beautiful? Chuka closed his eyes. Yes. Veronica turned toward the door. Please, he said, let me finish. She stopped but did not face him. My marriage was already dead. It was arranged by family. I tried to make it work. Ife wanted money, status, and power in my company. She did not want the life I wanted. Angel was the only reason I stayed. His voice softened. I loved my daughter more than anything. I picked her from school. I fed her. I stayed with her when she was sick. She was my peace. Veronica slowly turned back. The day she died, Efe and I fought. I saw something that made me believe she was cheating. I became angry. Angel begged us to stop. I walked out because I thought leaving was better than losing control. He swallowed. I thought Angel went back inside. But she drowned. Veronica covered her mouth. I did not kill her, Chuka said, but every day I asked myself if she would still be alive if I had stayed. For the first time, Veronica's anger weakened. Chuka continued, "When I came to your village, your father thought I was Kelechi. I should have left. But your house gave me something I had not felt in a long time. Peace. You should have told me. I know. You let me fall for a man who did not exist." Chuka stepped closer but stopped himself. The name was false. My feelings were not. Veronica's tears fell. I am not a toy you use when your rich life becomes painful. I know. And I am sorry, she wiped her face. I hate that I still believe you. Chuka's voice broke. Then believe this too.
You helped me breathe again. You and your father saved me.
I need to go.
Veronica looked at him for a long moment. Then she said quietly, "Your daughter would not want you to stop living." Chuka froze. "You did not push her into that pool," she said. "You made a mistake by walking away, but you did not kill her. If you keep blaming yourself forever, you will die while still breathing." Chuka's eyes filled with tears. Veronica opened the door. "I need to go. I will come back for you and your father when this is over," he said. She looked back. "Do not promise what you cannot do." Then she left. The next day, Efe made her move. She came with her lawyer, a sharp woman named Barrister Linda. Mama Efe came too, dressed like someone attending a victory meeting. They met Chuka and Barrister Akin in a private office. Efe sat with confidence. Barrister Linda opened a file. "These are the allegations against Mr. Madu," she said. "Domestic violence, emotional abuse, neglect of a child, abandoning his home after his daughter's death. Adultery with a village woman while his child was barely buried." Chuka's jaw tightened. Efe looked pleased. Barrister Linda continued, "If this goes public with the pictures we have, his company will suffer. His board will distance themselves. His name may never recover." Akin looked at her. "What do you want?" 800 million naira, Linda said. "Full ownership of the house, 5 years of spousal support. In exchange, Mrs. Madu will withdraw her public statement and say she spoke under grief." Chuka laughed without joy. "So this was always about money?" Efe leaned forward. "This is about what I suffered." Akin spoke carefully. "Your claims are weak. You have emotion, not evidence." Linda smiled. "Emotion is enough when the public is watching." Chuka looked tired. After Efe and her lawyer stepped out to give them time, Akin faced Chuka. "We can fight this," Akin said. "Her story has gaps." "What about Veronica?" "She can testify that your time in the village was innocent." "No. Chuka, I will not drag her into this." Akin sighed. "Then we fight another way." "I am tired," Chuka said. "I don't want court. I don't want social media. I don't want to keep seeing Angel's name in headlines. Paying her will look like guilt. Negotiate it down, give her something, let her go." Akin stared at him. "Are you sure?" Chuka looked away. "I just want to breathe." For a moment it seemed Efe had won. Later that evening, Peter came to Chuka's apartment with a small package.
Veronica sent this.
Chuka opened it. Inside were small bottles of palm oil, a folded note from Papa Okoro, and a simple message from Veronica. "Every day, use one, so you will remember that some people still see you as human." Chuka held the note for a long time. Something inside him became steady again. The next morning, before he could sign the settlement papers, Peter entered with a woman. She was in her late 40s, calm but nervous. Efe stood up immediately. "Auntie Grace." The woman looked at her sadly. "Yes, Efe, it is me." Auntie Grace was Ife's mother's younger sister. She had watched Ife grow up. She had loved her like a daughter. But that morning she stood on Chuka's side. Ife's face twisted with anger. "What are you doing here?" Auntie Grace looked at Chuka, then at the lawyers. "I came to tell the truth." Mama Ife stood quickly. "Grace, be careful." "I have been careful for too long," Auntie Grace said. The room became still. Auntie Grace turned to Chuka. "I am sorry. I should have spoken earlier." Ife laughed. "Spoken about what? You don't know anything." "I know enough," Auntie Grace said.
I know you never loved this man.
"I know your mother kept telling you that a woman must secure her place by any means." Mama Ife shouted, "Lies." Auntie Grace faced her. "It is not lies. You did the same thing in your own marriage." Ife looked shocked. Auntie Grace continued, "On the day Angel died, I heard your conversation with your mother. You were angry because Angel kept disturbing you. You locked yourself in the room and refused to open the door." Ife's lips parted. Chuka stood slowly. Auntie Grace's voice shook. "Angel was crying. She knocked. She begged you to open. You did not." Ife shouted, "Stop." But Auntie Grace did not stop. Angel went outside. The CCTV showed she went near the pool. She wanted water. She slipped and fell in. Chuka's face changed as if the ground had moved under him. Auntie Grace brought out a flash drive. "I have recordings," she said. "I have messages. I have proof that Ife and her mother planned to twist the story and blame Chuka. I also have proof of the affairs and the money she collected from men." Ife screamed, "You are a witch." Auntie Grace began to cry. "Maybe, but I will not watch you destroy an innocent man. Not again." Mama Ife tried to grab the flash drive, but Peter stopped her. Ife turned to Chuka.
You think this is over?
For 6 years, I protected this marriage. Because of Angel.
Now Angel is gone, and you still used her death for money.
He said. "Now Angel is gone, and you still used her death for money." Ife's anger shook her body. "I suffered in this marriage. You suffered because you wanted a life I refused to give you," Chuka said. "You wanted my company. You wanted my name. You wanted control." Barrister Linda quietly closed her file. She already knew the case had collapsed. Chuka turned to Auntie Grace. "Thank you." Then he faced Ife. "I will not destroy you because your aunt begged me not to, but you will leave my house."
You will leave my house. You have 12 hours.
You can't do this to me.
For the first time since Angel died, he felt the weight on his chest begin to lift. He had not killed his daughter. He had made mistakes. But he was not the monster they called him. Weeks passed, the public story changed. Ife's lies came out. Her interview was deleted by many blogs. Some people who insulted Chuka online began to pretend they had always known the truth. Chuka did not care. He filed for divorce and stepped away from the noise. Then he returned to Veronica's village. This time he did not come quietly. His company came with engineers, workers, and government officials. There were plans for roads, clean water, electricity, a clinic, and a school. The village people gathered in shock. The same women who refused to buy Veronica's vegetables now stood in front, adjusting their wrappers and smiling as if they had always loved her. Kenny, the man who used to insult her, stood at the back, unable to look her in the eye. Veronica stood beside Papa Okoro. Her father looked stronger. The hospital visits and treatment had helped him. He still had quiet days, but he no longer lived completely inside his pain. Chuka climbed the small platform and faced the crowd. Many people clapped. He raised his hand and the place became quiet.
I came here as a broken man. One woman and her father gave me shelter. You called her family cursed, but she showed kindness when I had nothing to offer.
People turned to look at Veronica. She lowered her eyes. Chuka continued. Many of you called her family cursed. You rejected her goods. You mocked her father. But the person you rejected showed me kindness when I had nothing to give. The crowd became silent. Because of Veronica Okoro, this community will have better roads, water, light, a clinic, and a school. The woman you called cursed is the reason help has come here today. Veronica's eyes filled with tears. Papa Okoro held her hand. Some villagers looked ashamed. Others clapped loudly, trying to cover their guilt. Kenny moved forward slowly.
Veronica, I am sorry.
She looked at him but
We
said
were
nothing.
wrong.
Chuka
Forgive
stepped
us.
down from the platform and walked to her.
I told you I would come back.
I told you not to promise what you cannot do. That is why I came.
He smiled gently. That is why I came. For the first time in years, Veronica stood before her village without lowering her head. That evening, Chuka took Veronica to a quiet, beautiful garden where lights hung from the trees. Veronica wore a simple but lovely dress Chuka had sent to her. She kept touching the fabric, worried it was too expensive. "You look uncomfortable," Chuka said. "I am afraid to spoil it." He laughed softly. "It is only a dress." "To you?" He nodded. "Fair enough." She looked around. "Why did you bring me here?" Chuka became serious. "The last time we stood close like this, I was full of fear. I pulled away because my life was a mess. I hurt you." Veronica looked down. "I have filed for divorce," he said. "That chapter is ending. I am not asking you to forget what happened. I am asking for a chance to start again, this time with the truth." Veronica's voice was quiet.
People like me don't usually get this kind of life.
People like you?
A village woman.
The girl people called Cursed. Chuka stepped closer. "You are Veronica Okoro," he said. "You are kind. You are strong. You stood by your father when others mocked him. You helped a stranger when you had almost nothing. That is who you are." Her eyes softened.
What about my father?
I spoke with him. He agreed to continue treatment in the city. And if you still want to study medicine, I'll support you.
You remember everything.
Veronica stared at him. "You remembered?" "I remember everything." She turned away, trying not to cry. "What did my father say?" Chuka smiled. "He said a son is a son, whether by blood or by union." Veronica laughed through her tears. "How did you even understand him?" "I think he has accepted me either way." They both laughed softly. For a moment, silence settled between them, but it was not painful. It was peaceful. Chuka took her hand.
I loved Angel. I will always love her. But loving her doesn't mean I have to stop living.
She would want you to be happy.
"I believe that now." He looked into her eyes. "And you make me happy." Veronica's lips trembled. "I love you," she said. Chuka held her hand tighter. "I love you too." This time he did not pull away. He kissed her gently, not like a man hiding from pain, but like a man ready to live again. Far away from the noise, the lies, and the shame, two broken people found a new beginning. Veronica was no longer just the farmer's daughter people rejected. She was the woman whose kindness brought light, and Chuka was no longer the man running from grief. He was a father who had lost, a man who had fallen, and a man who had finally found the courage to stand again. Together they chose life, and for the first time in a long time, tomorrow did not look like punishment. It looked like hope.